Well, hey there and welcome back to Color Me Kris with me, Kris Michaels. Today, I'm going to be showing you all the things I colored in May 2025. Want to see if I did a good job or not such a good job or maybe a brilliant job. Stick around.
When the world seems gray in the news today, creativity can feel like bliss. Come brighten your day in a colorful way. It's time for Color Me Kris.
Okay, so the first one we're going to start with is the Colored Mandalas Volume 3. And I know you're thinking, you only colored in 2 books? That's not a lot of coloring. You just wait. I colored so much. Ooh, I did a lot. I enjoyed myself too. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go with the first one. I think this is the first one. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So I did this one, and I really like it. I think I did a really good job. I know, me saying that I like something, right? That I did. But I think it was pretty. I used Ohuhu colors, markers, and Cali art markers. I have them all mixed, so I just grab. Once I run out of the Cali art markers, I'll just stick with Ohuhu because I think they're the best, at least in my budget. And then I used some silver gel pen just to kind of give it a little bit of a gleam. And I did this down here, but I don't really like the way it came out. But other than that, I really like this whole thing. I think it looks really cool. And I'm impressed because you guys know me. I find flaw in just about everything I do. Let's go to the next one. I like this one too. I know 2 of them, right? And of course I used the Ohuhu markers, Cali art markers, and then some gel pen to give it some sparkle. It kind of reminds me of Christmas for some reason, but I mean, you know, even if it's not Christmas, but I like it. I think it looks really good. It's funny because I was going to leave these corners just this tan color, and Storm looked at it and he said, you need to put some colors there too. And I thought, screw you. He doesn't color, so how dare he. But then I started adding some colors and I thought, alright, he was right. It did need some colors. So I'm really proud of this. I think it looks really good, and I'm hoping you like it too. This one's just okay. It's not my favorite, but I'm not gonna say I hate it, but it's not my favorite. Of course, Ohuhu Cali art markers, and then silver, because it didn't look right, and I put some color, I can't remember what color I put in it, to frame it there, and it just did not work. And so then I went in with the silver gel pen. Actually, I'm a liar, it wasn't gel pen, it was a metallic pen, and I went in with that, and that was Ohuhu metallic pen. And because of my handshake, this is the only thing I don't like about it, is you can kind of see that I didn't do that good of a job staying in the lines and stuff. So that's why I'm not thrilled with it, but it's okay. It's alright. I'm super proud of this one. I absolutely adore this. I know I sound conceited as hell, but watch my other videos, you'll see how I'm really not that at all. In fact, I'm quite the opposite. But I was just going through the book and I said, I'm going to do that, and I'm so glad I did because I think it's really pretty. Of course, Ohuhu Cali art, and then some gel pen to give it some, you know, and then Posca pen for the outside of the waves there. So I hope you like it. I really. Oh, it's funny. When I did it, I thought, well, it looks good. But then I put the pink here, kind of like a like sand, and then I thought, oh, yep, that's it. Yeah, sometimes when you color, you don't know when you're done. And you might think you're done and come back to and go, I should do this and this. But this one, the minute I did that, I knew it was done. And it's always exciting when that happens. So very, very happy with this one. Very proud of it. And then the last one in here, and I want it to look kind of Aztecian. And I think I did a good job. I'm not quite sure. You tell me what you think. I like the colors. I like it that it looks like it was printed by, you know, a machine. But no, I colored all this by hand. And I'm glad I chose the the colors I picked. It also reminds me of a comic book. And so I think it's like best of both worlds kind of thing. I did not use any, I didn't think it needed anything glistening or you know, jelly. So I just used the colors and finished it at that. I was hesitant to do the background because I didn't want to screw it up, and I suck at backgrounds. But it actually worked out quite well. So I was surprised. So let me know what you think. And if you don't like it, you could say that too. Just say it in a nice way. And then I'll block you and you'll never be able to see. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. Alright, so that's all of the ones that I colored for May 2025. Color It Mandalas Volume 3. And I'll have a link down in the description to this coloring book in case there's something you would like to get. And also down below there will be my Amazon wish list if you'd like to show some love to the channel and stuff like that. So, and all my contact information and all. So, and then the next book, which I've colored in this before. It was quite a while ago. It was probably a year. And I really enjoyed the colorings. And I was afraid to color in it for a long time because I thought, I don't want to screw it up because I did such a good job with the others. And I picked it up the other day and I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to color in here. Also, I had a lot of health problems, so that kept me from coloring, period. But I thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to color in this book. And hopefully I won't screw anything up. So, as you can see, I did a lot. And it's from the little tabs here. Let's start from the back and work our way forward. This guy, I actually I don't like Westerns of any kind because I was raised on them. That's all my family, oh, I thought it was in the back. That's all my family watched. And Hee Haw and all those country shows, and I just, I grew to hate them. Those and detective shows, like Dragnet and stuff like that. So I said, I'm going to color him as a challenge to myself to see if I can do it, or, you know, just hate doing it so much I won't do it. But I did it, and I think he's really cute. And boy, did the people on Instagram appreciate, I mean, they just really liked him. And I was so glad that they did. And I did him with Ohuhu and Cali Arts and a little bit of silver gel on his boots and stuff. So, but I think he's cute, and I'm glad I did him. And speaking of Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. I changed my name on there. It's the same account. But as many of you may know, I had an account on there, Color Me Kris. And Instagram all of a sudden said, oh, you have violated our terms. And so we're blocking you for 180 days. And I tried to appeal, and it wouldn't go through. And I have no idea what the heck they're talking about because all I ever posted on that was my colorings. So unless my colorings are so horrible and ugly, that's why they blocked me. I don't get it. So then I told you all to come over to Kris Michaels. Well, I went ahead and I changed that to color_me_Kris 7763. That should be on the screen. If you already were a follower on the Kris Michaels, I'm sure it transferred over, but I really wanted it to be the Color Me Kris. So we'll see until, you know, they take it down for whatever reason, because I have no idea how something like this could get me banned off of Instagram, but it did. And then I'm also on Blue Skies, which I don't know if anybody's on Blue Sky that, you know, does coloring and all, but yeah, I'm on there for now anyway. All right, let's go ahead and look at some other pictures. And then, oh, did I take the tab? I did. And then I did this one, and I think it turned out cute. Again, I sound like a conceited person, and I don't mean to. Believe me, I'm going to get to one probably here that I'm not going to like. Which is funny, because the ones I usually don't like, I get the nicest compliments from you guys on, and I appreciate it. But I thought these two were cute, you know, up in the little Ferris wheel and the balloons, and I wanted them to have a cute little date day, and I tried to make the lights look like they're really lit, and then this wasn't enough. So I went over it with some gold glitter pen. Hopefully you can see that. It should be showing up. Just to make them kind of pop a little more. But yeah, I thought this was fun. Storm said I shouldn't have done the lines because it makes it look like the ocean. So the lines were there. I just put some extra blue. So you can either say that's the ocean, or you can say it's the sky. You can say whatever you want, because I guess if a camera was shooting a picture at a certain angle and that was the ocean, that's what it would look like. Who cares? They're cute, and that's all I care about. Yeah, this is a fun book to color, and I really enjoy it. I'm glad I have it. And this one I just did the other night. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't hate it or anything, but it's, you know, not my favorite. I did have fun doing the watermelon, because watermelon's one of my favorite fruits, and so I tried to show that it has different, you know, colors of red in it. And then, of course, you know, the outer layer, or yeah, of it, you know, has the different colors. So, but yeah, I wanted to do him because I thought it looked spring-like and or summery, and I don't know, I had a lot of fun doing them, and I don't know, it just doesn't jump out at me as my best work, but you know, it's cute. And of course, Ohuhu and Cali art, and I used markers to do all the shading and shadows and stuff like that, because I'm lazy most of the time and don't want to have to get or pencils and do those. Oh yes, the berries. This is kind of an interesting story. Maybe it'll help some people. But I did them the blue, the dark blue. I'm hoping this shows. Let me try again. I did them the dark blue, and I thought, well, they need a little white on them, because blueberries, you know, if you buy them, they have white kind of in them on the skin. Well, then it came out way too white. I used this pen, which I have to tell you all about anyway. This Pentel Milky Pop. I don't know if you can see the name. I'm hoping this focuses. Looks like it's going in and out of focus. Try this. I'll have the name on the screen if it's not in focus. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. Every time I buy a white gel pen, you can use them once. I know a lot of you out there are going, you can use it once, and then you can never get anything else out of it. And you end up throwing them away and wasting a lot of money. Well, I saw these on Amazon, and I said, I'll give it a try. I have to say, I think I found this pen I have used in several colorings, and it's still working. And so I'm gonna have to recommend it. And it does a really good job. And it's not expensive. I got two for like $7. And I'll have a link down below for it if you want. But I think I finally found a white gel pen that keeps working. And I'm just, you know what I think it might be? I just noticed there's some rubber here that protects the nib. I don't know if you can see it. When you put it in, so maybe that's why they don't dry out. I don't know what the problem with the others are, but I got this, and I got something else too that I'll show you when I get to it. But anyway, as I was saying, I used it to put white on the blueberries, and it was too white. It was just too white, and so then I got a lighter colored blue marker. I don't know which one offhand, but you know, it was a lighter color, and I went over them with it, and it worked perfectly. It took the brassness of the white out, but yet gave them highlights, which they definitely needed. I am only hoping they show up. Oh, here's one, I forgot to color it. And so you can see how it looked before I did the blue. Let me try doing it right now with a blue, just to show you. So you can see that white, and I just went over it like I'm doing right here. And when it dried, it worked. I went out of the line, I apologize, but as you can see, it works perfect. It blends it in perfectly. So it's nice because the pen, one, works, and two, it doesn't come right off. It stays. Whereas Posca pens, sometimes if you try to color over them or use pencils, it like breaks right off, and it's, you know, like, eh. All right, so that's him, and I hope my tips about the blueberries helps. I think he's kind of cute. It may not be my best work, but I don't know why I call it work. The couch threw me. Is the problem, but I made it too dark, and then I meant to make this this mint color, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I grabbed the wrong green, and it came out way too dark. And then I said, well, let's just make it black. And then I was gonna make these little dots white with that pen I just showed you. But then I thought, you know what, it's okay. And then I did the blanket, and I used that pen. This shows you how well that pen works, to put the white lining around the blanket. It's a really good pen. And then I did the rest of it and put some silver on the remote control just to make it look a little metallic, fun. It's cute. I don't know. I think I did a good job on the wood paneling, and I don't know. I'm happy with it. Let's just put it that way. And you know me, I'm not always happy, but I was happy with him, and I think he looks cute. So hopefully you like him also. But it was just the couch that I thought, oh, I screwed it all up because I really shouldn't have made the couch that color. But I did, and there it is, and I tried to fix it. Okay. I also used the white for the white pen for the steam and stuff on the cup, which hopefully you can see. Now that I think about it, you may not be able to. All right, so now we'll move back forward. I think I did this month. Yes, I did. I didn't mark it. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I found it by accident. I did this also. I was on May 13th or 18th. And I just thought she was funny sitting there, or laying there, you know, at a spa. And I did the oh hoo hoo, of course, and the Calyard. And then I used that pen again for the incense and the highlights in the bottle. I told you I use that pen a lot in May, and I'm still using it. And I thought she was cute because I wanted to make her look like she has a mask on. and you know, just a day at the spa. I think it did a good job with the bamboo. I think. You'd have to be the judge. But I enjoyed this. I can't believe I didn't mark it. Makes me wonder if I have other things in here I didn't mark. But I'm glad I found it so I could show it to you. And this also was a hit on Instagram. videos. So be sure to follow me on that, because unless they cancel my account, whenever I do finish a coloring, I post it on there so you can see them all there. I just did this, I think 3 nights ago. Well, let's see, May 30th. So I thought he was cute in his chair. I went ahead with the blue. What I'm trying to do in this book is keep things in a theme. So like if someone has a table, I'm making it white. Furniture, I'll probably make it blue. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, and then I used, I love the bird. I think he's adorable. And then I used the white pen again. And then I put some glossy accents, which I've talked about this before in videos and showed you how I used it. So you can find those in my videos. This stuff is fantastic, it really is. I used it on his glasses. I wanted his glasses to kind of pop. And the cup, so that they would look, you know, ceramic and like they're real glass and stuff. Oh, and I used it on the planner too. See, I forgot until I glared. But I like making things shiny. I think they're a lot of fun that way. And I wanted to tint his glasses a little bit just to make them kind of cool. And, you know, I don't know. It was fun to do. So I hope you like it. And then I did this. Oh, good. I'm glad I marked it because I wanted to talk to you about this one. First of all, I thought they were adorable. And I wanted to try doing a sunset with the sky fading. I think I did better than I've done in the past. Again, you'll have to be the judge of that. But I wanted to do something fun. And I did the same thing that I made the olives a little too dark. And then I put the white pen on them. And then they came out too white. And then I just went in with a different green to make them look like the highlights. And so that pen is amazing. And then I had the light on. And I realized, well, do they need the light with the sunset? Well, I don't know. So, and then I thought it would have been funny if I had just done this and then had them completely silhouetted out, because actually if that glare is coming into your eyes, you're not going to see them. But I'm glad I didn't do that because I wanted to show them looking adorable. But here's something I want to talk to you about. How does this look to you, the tablecloth? I hope it looks fine. But here's what happened. I started in the center, and then I started over here, and when I got here, I realized these I had colored red, and so it threw off the pattern completely, and oh God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I was gonna use the pen, but I wasn't sure if it would work. So what I used was some stuff that I got, and it's Dr. Martin's Bleed Proof White. As I said with Pascal pencils, you know, you'll put them down. I'm sure many of you are going to go, and then the color kind of comes through anyway. And like this, I didn't want the color to come through. So this is relatively inexpensive. I think I paid $10, and it's a pretty big bottle. And it's a paint, and I used a paintbrush, and it's water. So, you know, it was easy to clean it off the paintbrush. But I was able to paint. I didn't do a good job because I'm not a painter. I was able to use it to make these, if I can do this right, these right here, white again instead of red. And there's no red coming through. I'm impressed. I really think this is a lifesaver. And what it would be good at also is if you have something, let's say I didn't want the light there. I used, by the way, I used the pen for these lines. But anyway, let's say I didn't want the light there. You can use this to get rid of it. Just paint over it and get rid of it. What I usually used to do was I would use a black marker and just make whatever it was the background black, because you know, there wasn't much of a choice. But now I have a choice, so I don't have to make things a black background. If I don't want to, I can just remove, you know, I had some that I did a couple of videos that I showed you. They were little like zombie children, but I said they had these weird symbols around them, and I just blackened the page so it looks like they're coming out of the darkness. But this, well, I won't have to do that if I don't want to. So I highly recommend Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. It works. You're looking at the proof right here. It really does work. So I was excited to talk to you and tell you all about that. So let me know if you have it, or if you get it, if you like it, and let me know if you get the pen, or if you haven't, and if you like it too. All right, so now we can move on. I saw the picture and I said, oh my gosh, she's hysterical. I love this. Well, it could be a he, but the whole bubble thing. I did screw up though. I should never have made the wall this color. I don't know what I was thinking. I did the wall before I did him, her. And you know, they're too much of the same color. And so I was so upset because I said, oh, what am I gonna do? So I ended up putting a shadow around them and the whole everything, and I think that saved it. But I really should have been thinking before I did that wall, that color. But other than that, I think it's cute, and I love the little ducky. And then I thought, how the heck do I make things look like bubble bath? And so what I did was I used 3 different blues to give it the different blending effect, and then I used the lightest one of the blue in this, which are Jelly Rolls Stardust. Thank you, Kath and Ken, for sending these to me a long time ago. You sent it to me, and I use these all the time. But I used the lightest blue, which is here actually, because I still have it out. And I went around the bottom of the bubbles kind of thing to make them have a little bit of shine. Hopefully they're sparkling so you can see what I'm talking about. And then I put the glossy accents on the wine glass so it looks like a real glass. I almost put it on the bathtub to make it super shiny, but I didn't, and I'm glad, because that would have been a lot of work. But hopefully the bubbles are showing properly. I cannot tell in the camera, but hopefully. And then finally, I did this one. This is kind of, well, I started it and I had 99% of it done May 31st. And then I had to go to bed. And so I finished it on June 1st. So technically it's a May and a June coloring. So hopefully you won't get mad at me that I'm showing it, because you might think, well, no, that's June if that's when you finish it. But I mean, it was just a couple of things I needed to do. But it's okay. I made the glasses glossy and the glass glossy with the glossy accents because I wanted them to look like... Now, I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. But you can still see her eye underneath the dark, because I used black first and then I made it glossy after it dried. But I had done her eye normally and it just wasn't working. And I said, well, let's make them into real sunglasses. So that's what I did. I went ahead and used the black, but hopefully you can see it. Now, the other thing was, this was all blank. And so it was her with the table. And Storm said, what you should do is color this like sand. And I thought, oh, yeah, I guess I could. He comes in to help me with things and he'll suggest stuff. And so then I colored it, the sand. And I thought, you know, it needs a little something else too. So then I made this the ocean. And then this is supposed to be a sunset like that other one, which then bleeds into the sky, but I don't think I did a great job, and so I apologize. But I like the ocean. I did that with blues and greens, and then I went in with that same gel pen, the blue one, to make it try, you know, glisten and gleam like the ocean does. And hopefully that's showing right now as I do this. And then, like I said, I did the glass. So hopefully I'm not in trouble with any of you because it's a May and a June. But you know, at least it's finished. You know, I can't tell you. There seems to be this new trend. It'll say, YouTubers will say, completed pages for May, June, July, whatever the month is. And I'll watch it, and all they'll show are half completed pages or a page where they do 2 little tiny things. And I'm like, okay, this is clickbait, because it says completed pages. And I'm so offended by it that lately I've been giving them thumbs down and just not watching the rest of it because I tuned in for completed pages. And, you know, if they were to label their video what I started in May, what I started in June, whatever the month is, I would watch them and I would have a lot more respect because I can't stand clickbait stuff. And I'm sorry, if you say that your video is completed pages and you show no completed pages, you just show half-done pages. Someone I watched the other night, I'm on a roll, said, you know, I start my pages and then I get bored coloring and so I move on. Or I rush through them and that's why they don't look so great. And I'm like, how can you get bored coloring? Because I love it so much and it relaxes me and it's just, it's just the best. And so I don't know why you would have a YouTube channel if what you're doing in that channel bores you to the point that you don't finish the pages or you just to get it done so it's done. I don't understand that. That to me is like a carpenter showing his video of him building a house and saying, you know, I got bored building the house, so I just threw some duct tape up and finished it that way. Or I just went ahead and moved on to another house because I just got bored building this one. It doesn't make sense to me. If you get bored coloring, why the hell are you doing YouTube videos showing that you're bored coloring? I don't get it. I really don't. It makes no sense to me. So the only ones that I watch are the ones that actually show completed pages and not clickbait lies that, you know, show 1 or 2 things colored and this is what I did. Whatever. So now that I've probably pissed half of you off, I'll step off my soapbox and we'll shut up for this month. But I do hope you enjoyed my colorings and they're completed, even if they suck. I'm really happy to show them to you and be able to share them with you. I love seeing the ones that you guys do that when you do show them to me. And if you have any questions about what I color, or maybe questions of, hey, how would you do this? I'll try to answer it if you put it down in the description of the video, or send me an email or direct message. It's all in the description of the video, how to contact me. And I hope that you all had a wonderful May, and I hope that you had fun coloring, and I hope that we all have a wonderful June and a wonderful June of coloring. I will work on other books, not just these, I promise. But it's I don't know. I just enjoy coloring so much, and I'm glad that I've been able to color lately, because for a while, like I told you, I couldn't color because of health problems, and so I'm glad that I've been able to color, and knock on wood, I can continue to color. And if you did like them, please, if you would consider giving the channel a thumbs up, and subscribe to it, and make a comment. That's honestly, and share, don't forget to share. That's how the channel grows, and I would love to see it grow. Like I said, I've probably pissed half of you off though now. So who's to say? This could be the last video, who knows? But anyway, okay, so having said all of that, I will say, as I always do, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, stay happy, stay tuned.